Hi. I'm on a roll again. But this is good. This is my skill set, right? And some people, I remember them telling me about, oh, I don't think too much. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, don't think too much about rubbish, which is silly people. And I don't mean them that silly to them, but, damaged people who want to make your life worse and are mixed up in jealousy and manipulation and all that kind of thing. There's no point in that. That is pointless thinking. But good thinking is when we're being creative and use your brain. If your brain is a thinker like mine, um, use it towards. This is what I decided when I used to be. Okay, this is ending up being a topic. Right. Okay, we'll do another video on anything. Yeah, I don't know if I've said this already in a video. Um, Rather than use your active brain, which if you're ADHD, you're a deep thinker, everything like that, for things like ruminating over past events. I mean, yes, we need to a point because our brains want to process it, and it can take years to process some things that have happened to us, come to terms with. Maybe sometimes we don't. It's like when you lose um, someone close to you, you never really get over that, when they pass away. But it is something you can learn to live with, and accepting it as a natural part of things. So I understand that some things you don't. But I decided when I was in my depression, wallows of depression, which I can slip back into, because I think once the brain has been there, it's created a path in your brain where it can go back to. So it's sort of retraining, which is like going to a gym for the brain, which I've done mostly. And I was like this week now, it was trying to go back into a depressive state, which for a day I recognised, oh, wow, okay. So I've been able to re-divert it and reaffirm some things. So I've decided to use my brain for creating instead. So this is what I do. I use it because my brain wants to think all the time. I think about autism. I think about helping people. I think about the psychology. I recognize patterns in people and will work on it in my brain till I realize what is creating that, what's the motivation, where's it coming from, all these kind of things. I'm using my brain for that instead of ruminating over what someone said to me and they were rude to me again. That is something else I also worked out, that is part of society. You're not going to get away from it, not until people have educated themselves to realize. So I'm not going to spend. There's a lady at the shop. She doesn't like me. She does one of those smiles, and I'm not saying I'm psychic or anything, but I do get body language and things like that. And she's what I call a switcheroo, which I've talked about before. She'll switch from being nice to me to not nice to me. So I keep the peace by saying, like she said to me this morning. So I say morning, but I'm not going to spend. This is an example. This is the first time I've thought of it since I saw this morning. I decide to tell my brain, no, you're not going to think about that or her. And I don't mean that nastily, but if she chooses to be that way, I'm not allowing that to become part of my life. So this is what I do, and the more I practice it, the better I've got at it. So I'm going to use my brain, not thinking about that silly lady. I'm going to think about it, about how I can help people. What things can I do? Psychology. I also do have quite a lot of hobbies. So I use my head for those things, towards creating. So I decided I want to make something good out of what I do. And that is what I use my brain for now, not concentrating on the past hurts. Like I said, I know there's a time and place. You don't feel bad about it. I had to spend a bit of time thinking about mine until I could put it all into an order and process it and realise what it was. And then I made the step forward from that. So, yeah, using your active brain, use it in a positive way, not forced positivity, because we also don't like that. But use it in, right, okay, my brain's going to ruminate now. I can either ruminate about past events and, more miserable people. Why would we want to do that? I spent ages doing that. What a pointless exercise that was. I'm going to spend it. What can I do? So I make cakes and things, and you could all do that. No, nothing. Okay, we've got a natural gift, right? But I was so caught up in depression and anxiety and other things, I never had time to think about anything else. I was just thinking about all the sad stuff. And I'm not saying that people can't, because sometimes you're trapped in it, and it's not an easy thing to step out of. Once I went down that rabbit hole of depression, it's not easy to scramble back up. I know that. And this is why when I'm verging on the edge of that rabbit hole of depression, oh no, I'm not going back down there, because all those bastards and everything will go, come on, you're coming down here. No, 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 no. I'm going to do something else. I don't want to go there. I'm going to think about something else. But if things are fresh to you that have recently happened and they are quite deep things, you can't do anything. I understand that. You can't change that then. And it depends how much psychologically the damage has been for you. But when things are fresh, like it was for me, I think I spent about 2 years trying to find something. And then I started that journey, you know. So with your mind, if you've got an active mind like mine, let's use it. This is a power. You could be working on something that nobody else can work on. What is it you like? What is it that drives you? What is it you're interested in? So each time maybe you start thinking about a silly woman or someone in the shop, think about, what could I do with this time? I could spend it thinking about that instead and use it. That's what worked for me. Might not work for you, but I thought I'd suggest it. Okay, bye.